Was ich über MOBAs weiß? Die haben doch irgendwie Twitch groß gemacht. Und scheinbar gibt's eine riesige Community. Ich habe ja mit MOBAs eigentlich so gar nichts am Hut. Trotzdem sitze ich jetzt in diesem Flugzeug nach London. Epic Games hat uns eingeladen und wir sollen uns Paragon angucken. Das neue MOBA, an dem sie gerade arbeiten. Wir können jetzt eine Alpha anspielen. Ich bin mal gespannt. Das, was ich bisher gesehen habe, sieht eigentlich ganz interessant aus. Third-Person-Perspektive, hübsche Grafik. Und es kommt sogar für die Konsolen raus. Zumindest für die PS4, wenn ich mich nicht irre. Das Wetter in London ist auch eher so wie in Hamburg. Kalt, nass, ab und zu kommt mal die Sonne durch. Und wieso überall diese roten Busse? Ist denen eigentlich klar, dass die auf der falschen Straßenseite fahren? Was soll denn das? Dieses Hotel ist eine mittlere Katastrophe. Überall wird gebaut. Ganz London ist eigentlich eine Baustelle. Außerdem riecht's hier ganz komisch. Als hätte jemand die Queen selber unter dem Teppich vergraben. Wir sind noch viel zu früh hier. Jetzt sitze ich hier im Hotel. Was soll ich eigentlich machen? Der Event geht erst in ein paar Stunden los. Nun bin ich hier in London. Aber wir sind ein bisschen zu früh. Ich bin schon ein bisschen gespannt. London ist gar nicht so einfach gestrickt. Auch wenn es ja alles ziemlich ruhig ist. Aber wie gesagt, Baustelle after Baustelle. Jetzt muss ich nur noch diesen komischen Bloomsbury Ballroom finden. Ist das hier der Laden? Sieht schon ziemlich edel aus. Ja, hier bin ich richtig. Wir wurden auch ganz freundlich empfangen. Das Team von Epic Games, was sich um Paragon kümmert, ist echt nett. Jeder hat sich vorgestellt, die Community wurde vorgestellt. Man hat sich mehrfach bedankt, dass wir hier sind, um Feedback zu geben. Denn darum soll es hier gehen. Wir sollen zocken und Feedback geben. Mal gucken, was Steve Superville, der Creative Director, so dazu zu sagen hat.
So hi, I'm Steve Superville. I'm the creative director for the Paragon team. I'm excited. It's great to be here for a community event and see people that are enjoying the game that we've worked on for a couple of years. It's really fun. Well, we've never seen a game like a MOBA that exists without a vibrant community to keep it going. And so what we want to do is make sure we give the community tools so that they can teach each other how to play the game, because MOBAs are hardcore games. We want them to be able to show their greatest moments. You know, MOBAs are about the stories that come out of us fighting together. And lots of times in the office we get people say, I did this thing. And somebody goes, no, you didn't. And now we added the replay system so that we can then have you make a video of that moment and then share it with your friends. Use that to teach other people, make yourself look good because it's all about the plays. And we feel like that's a great tool to allow the community to build itself. So Unreal Engine 4 is great because we can build the game really quickly. That means when we make mistakes, and we're going to make mistakes, right? You said it's an alpha. We can make changes really quickly. And one of the most fun things for us has been we made the game so that we can get it into the community's hands early. And when we mean early, we mean we're alpha. And I appreciate the compliment, but we have a lot of work to do to get it to the spot where it's ready for everybody to come in and play. So we started the online tests in December and then continued them in January. And roughly developers are only 3 days in front of what the community is playing. So the community is playing the game on the online test right on top of what the developers are playing. And that allows us to get the fastest feedback because there are things that the balance is off in one particular space. The gamers will find that right away. And we know this because every time we release a game, and I've been at Epic for over 13 years, every time we release a game, within a weekend, the community are better at the game than the developers are. And so you guys will just find things faster than we will. I don't know about other developers. For us, it was a little scary. We wanted to make sure that we were getting feedback from the community because the game is not our game, it's the community's game. And there's a little bit of fear about, are people going to want to talk with us? Are they going to give us feedback? Are they going to be encouraging? And we had the first test in December, and what we found was people were really excited. And weird numbers like roughly 50% of the people we sent surveys to after they played filled it out, and that's an unheard of number, And so in January we thought, we're just going to turn on all the features. We're just going to open them up. They're going to be half-done features, and we're going to get people's opinions really early. So for us, it's been really helpful because we don't spend months and months fixing something that the community is not interested in or taking something the community is interested in a direction that they don't want it to go. So it's been really helpful. I don't know if other developers will follow, but maybe. Well, so part of it was when we decided to make a competitive game, we looked at what we were playing. And lots of times we'd come into the office during the day and we'd talk about the MOBA's moments that we had during the night before. And something that stuck was these stories were retold over and over again, sometimes weeks after they had actually happened. So we said, okay, well, if we're going to make a competitive game, could we play around with maybe this MOBA idea? And when we said that, we were like, well, what can we do different? And we're like, okay, well, we're Epic Games. We like action. We have a history of doing things that are action-based. So what if we tried to take the camera and bring it down onto the battlefield? And then part of our I guess, story or mantra that we said to ourselves over and over again was looking at other MOBAs, the trailers that they present have this beautiful fantasy that they try to get you to engage with, but the gameplay is very different. Right? So you have the fantasy over here and the gameplay over here, and our thought was, can we bring those two things closer together because we make action games? And so that's what we tried to do. We released the trailer at PSX, and then the same day we released the gameplay video. And it was fun to watch the community respond because the community said, oh, it's just a cinematic trailer, and I want to see gameplay. And then they got on YouTube and saw the gameplay, and they went, it's so close, like it's so similar, and we have a lot of work to do. But seeing that sort of excitement from the community has been fantastic and really encouraging. I hope so. I mean, we feel like we have at least the start of something good. And now it's a lot of effort and a lot of time to grow it into something great. But again, doing it with the community, it almost guarantees in my mind that the game does something special.
Ich habe echt viel gezockt, aber wir haben danach auch immer echt viel geredet. Sie sind wirklich daran interessiert, dass die Spieler Spaß an dem Spiel haben und dass es ein Erfolg wird. Es hat auf jeden Fall ein richtig krasser Austausch stattgefunden zwischen den Entwicklern und der Community. Das ist übrigens Tom. Tom ist cool. Mit dem kann man gut reden. Aber ich will jetzt noch ein bisschen weiterspielen. Ich bin richtig reingekommen. Ich konnte meine eigenen Lanes halten. Ich konnte unseren Tower verteidigen. Und es fesselt mich. Und ich habe Bock weiterzumachen. Ich habe Bock zu lernen. Komisch. Was ich über MOBAs weiß? Jetzt auf jeden Fall eine ganze Menge, glaube ich. Ich muss erstmal den Kopf frei kriegen. Denn ich bin mir nicht ganz so sicher, was ich jetzt davon halten soll. Hat es vielleicht in 2 Stunden geschafft, was andere Spiele in Jahren nicht geschafft haben? Dass ich verstanden habe, worum es geht. Was das Prinzip hinter einem MOBA ist. Vielleicht haben Epic Games hier einen wirklich, wirklich großen Hit an der Angel. Ich bin mir da nicht so wirklich sicher. Sicher bin ich mir aber, dass ich Bock habe, weiter Paragon zu spielen. Und dass ich Bock habe, bei den Online-Tests mitzumachen. Und dass ich mich schon auf die Open Beta freue. Gerade weil ich es an der Konsole spielen kann. Vielleicht schafft es dieses Spiel, das MOBA-Genre, für den Rest der Spielewelt interessant und verständlich zu machen.